Hello students, welcome back to your chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss about NCERT indexed questions of acids, bases and salts, chapter number 2. Let's move on to the questions. First of all, let us discuss about questions from page number 18. First question is, you have been provided with 3 test tubes. One of them contains distilled water and the other 2 contain an acidic solution and a basic solution respectively. If you are given only red litmus paper, how will you identify the contents of each test tube? Answer is, first of all, put the red litmus paper in all the test tubes turn by turn. The solution which turns red litmus to blue will be a basic solution. The blue litmus paper formed due to this can be used to test the acidic solution. Put the blue litmus paper obtained above in the remaining 2 test tubes turn by turn. The solution which turns blue litmus paper to red will be the acidic solution. The solution which has no effect on any litmus paper will be neutral and hence it will be distilled water. Let's move on to the next question. It is from page number 22. Why should curd and sour substances not be kept in brass and copper vessels? Answer is, curd and sour substances should not be kept in brass and copper vessels because these and other sour foodstuffs can contain acids which can react with metal of the vessel to form poisonous metal compounds which can cause food poisoning and affect our health adversely. So we should not keep curd and sour substances in brass and copper vessels. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Which gas is usually liberated when an acid reacts with a metal? Illustrate with an example. How will you test for the presence of this gas? Let's move on to the answer. Hydrogen gas is liberated when an acid reacts with a metal. Illustration is, set up the apparatus as shown in the given figure. Take some zinc granules in test tube, add about 5 ml dilute hydrochloric acid slowly. Soon the reaction between zinc and hydrochloric acid starts and hydrogen gas is evolved. Now let's find out how can we test the presence of this gas. H2S gas is not soluble in water. When passed through soap solution, it gets trapped into bubbles. Bring a burning candle near the soap bubble filled with gas. The soap bubble bursts and hydrogen gas burns with a pop sound. This way we can test the presence of hydrogen gas. Next we have metal compound A reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas evolved extinguishes a burning candle. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. Answer is, as the end product is calcium chloride and the gas formed is carbon dioxide, the metal compound A must be calcium carbonate. Therefore, the reaction between calcium carbonate and hydrochloride can be written as CaCO3 plus 2HCl gives CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. Let's move on to the next question. It is from page number 25. Question is, why do HCl, HNO3, etc. show acidic characters in aqueous solutions while solutions of compounds like alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character? Answer is, H plus ions in aqueous solutions are responsible for acidic character. HCl, HNO3, etc. give H positive ions in water while alcohol and glucose do not give H plus ion in water. Therefore, alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character. Next we have, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conducts electricity? Answer is, the aqueous solution of an acid conducts electricity due to the presence of charged particles called ions in it. Let us move on to the next question. Why does dry HCl gas not change the color of the dry litmus paper? Answer is dry HCl does not give H positive ions and therefore does not change the color of dry litmus paper. Next we have, while diluting an acid, why is it recommended that the acid should be added to water and not water to the acid? Answer is, while diluting an acid, it is recommended that the acid should be added to water and not water to the acid, because if water is added to concentrated acid to dilute it, then a large amount of heat is evolved at once. This heat changes some of the water to steam explosively, which can splash the acid on one's face or clothes and cause acid burns. Because of that reason, we should recommend acid should be added to water and not water to the acid. Next question. How is the concentration of hydronium ions H3O positive affected when a solution of an acid is diluted? When a given amount of an acid is added to water, there is a fixed number of hydronium ions per volume of solution. On dilution, the number of hydronium ions per volume decreases and concentration decreases. Next we have, how is concentration of hydroxide ions affected when excess base is dissolved in solution of sodium hydroxide? The concentration of hydroxide ions will increase when excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide, but it happens to a limited extent, only after which the concentration becomes almost constant. Next we shall discuss from the questions of page number 28. First one, you have two solutions A and B. The pH of solution A is 6 and the pH of solution B is 8. Which solution has more hydrogen ion concentration? Which of this is acidic and which one is basic? Answer is, a pH value of less than 7 indicates an acidic solution, while greater than 7 indicates a basic solution. Since solution A has more hydrogen ion concentration, solution A is acidic and solution B is basic. Question number 2. What effect does the concentration of H positive ions have on the nature of the solution? Answer is, more concentration of H positive ions, higher the acidic nature of the solution. Do basic solutions also have H positive ions? If yes, then why are these basic? Answer is, basic solutions have H positive ions, but these are far less in comparison with the OH minus ions that is responsible for their basic nature. Next we have question number 4. Under what soil conditions do you think a farmer should treat soil of his fields with the quicklime, that is calcium oxide, slaked lime, or chalk, that is calcium carbonate? Answer is, if the soil is too acidic, having low pH, then it is treated with materials like quicklime or slaked lime or chalk in order to reduce the acidic properties. Let's move on to page number 33. First question is, what is the common name of the compound CaOCl2? Answer is, bleaching powder. Next we have, name the substance which on treatment with chlorine yields bleaching powder. Answer is, slaked lime, CaOH twice. Question number 3. Name the sodium compound which is used for softening hard water. Answer is, sodium carbonate. Question number 4. What will happen if a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated? Give the equation of the reaction involved. Answer is, solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate on heating gives sodium carbonate and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Equation is NaHCO3. On heating, it produces Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Next we have write an equation to show the reaction between plaster of Paris and water. Answer is CaSO4 dot half H2O plus 1.5 H2O gives CaSO4 2H2O, that is gypsum is formed. So students, with this we have completed the indexed questions of chapter 2. In the next module we will be discussing about NCERT chapter and questions. Thank you and have a nice day.